At it again, and another day and some more bad news for Joe Biden. I mean, it's just the norm at this point, really. It's just declining faster and faster for Joe Biden and this administration. They honestly have no shot at winning. Zero shot. If you ask me, with the amount of support for Trump that I've seen, and I've showed you guys a lot of it, they've got no shot. Zero chance of winning at this point in time. Now, we are a long way from the actual election, so we'll see. But if it were today, I'd be willing to bet that Joe Biden would lose in a landslide. Probably a record-breaking landslide. He would get absolutely demolished. We got some more of that today. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
We're checking back in with you. You're having breakfast with friends in Clayton, North Carolina. Hi.
Hey, Carla, I'm so glad that you did that headline. What's up? It's good to be in North Carolina. So Carla was just doing a headline about a lot of retired folks that are saying, look, as much as we want to enjoy retirement, inflation has hit us so hard, we're going back to work. And you told me you just retired last year and you're thinking about...
Definitely thinking about going back to work. We planned our retirement about 4 years ago when Trump was still in office, and now the last 2 years, and I've retired, and now the inflation has gone bad, but I'm worried about going back to work. Who's going to hire someone at my age when they can hire someone much younger? So
You're caught in a tough pickle right now.
Definitely,
wow.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for speaking to me. I also want y'all to hear from this gentleman right here, a black conservative, concerned about the direction of the country, and you said that you want the Republicans to start fighting.
Yes, sir. I think every time they hear certain words, they cringe. Abortion, crime.
Now, I have to stop him because I don't believe that they should be fighting with the abortion issue right now. Not now. Okay, and I made an entire video on that for those of you that didn't see that. In short, that's not going to be a winning issue for Republicans right now. Republicans are winning on every single other issue except for that one. And recently, that issue came up in Ohio, for example, right? Come on now. In Ohio, for example, they voted to keep abortion or have it, right? So I think it's not a smart decision to plant the Republican flag on that. I believe in taking the Trump approach for now. And, Trump said, we'll bring everybody to the table. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss it. We'll come to some type of agreement, blah, blah, blah. First off, it's not even in the president's hands. It's in the state's hands at this point. So that's a whole thing as well that we need to remember. But I think the proper method would be to not plant your flag on it, take the Trump method, and try to re-educate the population once you are, in office, right, on the ramifications of it all and how terrible it actually is and yada, yada, yada. Then present it back to the people and ask, the American population, is this something that you guys really want? Do it that way. Because doing it the other way, you're not going to win. We watched Republicans lose when Republicans should have easily won simply based off that one issue. Because when you look across the board, Republicans are winning on every single issue, every single one, except for that one. And Republicans lost. So, we could scream to the high heavens about abortion all day long, but if you're not in office to actually change anything, to actually affect any change, you're putting more babies' lives at risk because you want to, what's the word I'm looking for? You want to look a certain way versus actually putting some action behind those words. That's the way that I see it at this point. Anyone that's planting their flag on abortion right now, you just want to look a certain way. I want to actually affect change. And you can only do that when you're in office. Planting your flag is just going to give Democrats the presidency, the Senate, the House. So then, it's going to be unfettered access to abortion, which obviously is putting even more lives at risk. So that's just my humble opinion on it. Y'all talk to me in the comment section. Maybe I'm thinking about this in the wrong way, but according to all of you guys in the last video that I made, you all agreed. So do you still agree? Let me know.
Immigration, they don't have a policy. The bottom line is, if people want unfettered immigration, they should have to pay for it. The people that want it need to check a box on the IRS form and pay the extra money for these people waltzing in here, costing us billions of dollars.
Who is your candidate?
Maybe that is the solution. When I first heard this, because obviously I checked out this clip beforehand, but when I first heard it, I was like, maybe that is a solution. And I'll tell you why. Because I know some of you are like, absolutely not. What in the world just happened to the video just like skipped to something else. That was weird. I'm going to have to find my place in this again. But, so, I found it interesting because if you had to check a box that said, I support illegal immigration or immigration, whatever, what's going on currently, having open borders, and your state or your city had to cover the bill and had to house these immigrants, I think it would all go out the window. You'd have people checking the box. So yeah, I support having open borders. I support, funding these folks. I support, doing this. And then once it actually started happening, once it actually began and people started showing up in their cities and, all of these extra taxes started getting pulled out of their checks, and their checks go from, I don't know, we'll say $1,000 to be simple, right? They go from $1,000 a week. At the end of the week, they know they get about $1,000, all right? And then that drops down to 600, 700. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. All of that open border stuff is going to go out the window, right? They'll see what we have been trying to tell them. This isn't, no, you can't do things this way. It's not the way that this can work or should work. And they would all be on board with us, that's why I say, maybe that's not such a bad idea, because then they'll have to deal with it. And once they have to deal with it, then they'll be on our side. But let's continue. Wait a second. Where's that? Oh,
yes, sir. I think every time they hear certain words, they cringe. Immigration, they should have to pay for it. The people that want it need to check a box on the IRS form and pay the extra money for these people waltzing in here, costing us billions of dollars.
Who is your candidate?
Oh, Donald Trump. Yeah. Unequivocally, Donald Trump.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I was talking to you earlier, and you say crime is one of your top issues because you know it firsthand.
Yes, I do. A little less than a month ago,
This is
an
sad.
intruder came into my house, and I confronted him hiding behind a door in my laundry room. And if it weren't for flailing and acting like an absolute lunatic, I don't
You went
know.
to self-defense and they told you to be big.
To be a grizzly bear and to spread yourself out so that you look like you're going to kill somebody. And that's exactly what I did. And in fact, we're going to court in 2 days. This is arraignment, and they've kept him with no bond.
No bond.
No bond.
Wow. What is your message to the leaders that want to defund the police and want to be soft on the criminals?
I just hope that one day you don't walk in your house and find somebody in your house that may kill you. Because if we don't keep funding the police, and I'm sorry I get upset with this.
No, take your
If
time.
we don't keep funding the police and making them the center of our cities and our towns, then the criminals are going to take over for sure.
Wow, thank you so much. So, if you can hear the common theme from the people that we talk to, you hear inflation, folks saying, we just had the headline, you see someone that has been impacted, got to go back to work, crime, day to day, and then the border and law and order. That seems to be the main issues facing America. It's reflective in the polls as well. I'll send it back to you guys in New York.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. So, that's also a thing that I wouldn't mind seeing is, these folks having to deal with just crime in their areas. I mean, if that's what you want, if you want to just allow people to walk out, you know, but everywhere else in this country, right, we shouldn't be having all of this extra stuff. You deal with it, cool. And I guarantee you, and we have seen it already. I mean, you look at California. There's been reports that over 300,000 people have left the state of California. You know, which is just crazy because it's California. You know what I mean? Like, as far as I'm concerned, this at least used to be a beautiful place, right? When you have reports coming out of California that say that U-Haul is running out of U-Hauls, it's just hilarious whenever I think about that. U-Haul allegedly ran out of U-Hauls because so many people were leaving and nobody was coming back. I think that says it all. But not only were the people there in that cafe saying some bad things about Joe, but even in his own hometown.
Well, go to the grocery store, pump gas, I guess is the only thing I got to say about it.
My opinion is I don't know, he praises here, but I don't think he actually like grew up like here technically, so he uses that as like that he cares about us, but I mean he should be caring about the whole world too, like, and that's how I feel.
It's tougher for people, you know, so how could he be seeing it through our eyes if, you know, it's just gotten tougher, I feel like, for everybody. Well, I'd lean towards him over Trump, but I feel like he could do good. It's just been, I mean, he did get into office with COVID and all that stuff going on, so I don't know. It's a tough question. I feel like there's slim pickings when it comes to the candidates, you know, for the people anyways.
I don't think any of them see it through the eyes of the people. I think they all see it through the eyes of Washington. I think it's gotten worse. I'm a registered Democrat, but I'm not happy.
No, I totally don't like anything to do with politics anyway. They're all a bunch of liars. They don't, you know what I mean? I just don't have nothing to do with politics. I think he's the worst president we ever had, to be honest with you. But no, I'm not. This economy sucks. I mean, everything's going up except, you know, paychecks. You know, I just think the economy sucks. Ever since Biden got in. Go Trump.
Fantastic way to end that. Go Trump. Go Trump. You know, so I think in this next election, you're going to have a lot of people sitting at home. You're going to have a lot of registered Democrats sitting at home, which is unfortunate. You know, I personally think they should go and vote for Trump. Why the heck not? You know, they say Trump is a horrible, terrible, no good, very bad person, but how? Prove it. You know, some people try to say he's a racist. Prove it. I can show you the videos of Biden saying some racist things. I can show you those clips. Show me the videos of Trump. Show me. When you want to talk about the economy, business was booming when Trump was in office. How you doing now? Grocery prices are up. Gas prices are up. Interest rates are up. Crime is up. Everything that is bad is up, and everything that's good is down. Right? So, and that wasn't the case when Trump was in office. We're literally on the verge of having nuclear bombs flying over our heads potentially. That wasn't the case when Trump was in office. I mean, the media yelled and screamed, "Oh, Trump could start a world war. Trump bad. Trump's gonna end the globe." Never happened. Joe and this administration is in now, and yeah, look where we are. Exactly where the media was screaming Trump was going to take us, but Joe actually took us to this place, not Trump. Interesting how that worked. You know, so when it comes to picking between the two candidates, and you heard the young lady there say, I'd still prefer Joe over Trump. I'm just like, how? Like, what in your mind is telling you? Can anyone wrap their minds around that one? Like, what in your mind, looking at what's going on currently, all of the issues that I just named, plus more going on, and you still say, I think I'd slightly prefer Joe Biden over Trump still? What the? What? Can anybody explain that one to me? I'm just baffled. Maybe she only watches, left-wing media, and she doesn't, check out somebody like myself or some other people who try to speak the truth, right? And maybe she just needs to be presented with some different information. Maybe that's the case. Or maybe she already has. I don't know. But can anybody make sense of that? Because I can't. That's just wild to me. Wild. But anyway, y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.